Jai and all of you. Let's start new topic from the continuation of chapter 7, test, measurement and evaluation. New topic is calculation of waist hip ratio. It's another test to find out waist hip ratio. Okay. Waist hip ratio is defined as the measurement of waist circumference divided by hip circumference. It is used as a risk factor assessment tool for heart diseases, hypertension and type 2 diabetes. Excess body fat is considered a risk factor of diseases. With the help of one formula, we can find out the excess body fat. Okay. Waist hip ratio or short form WHR equal waist circumference divided by hip circumferences. The measurements are taken in inches or centimeters. There is one table given in the text. You just go through. Here I given one example. If an individual here indicate one male. Okay, waist circumference measurement is 30 inches and hip circumference measurement is 44 inches. Then calculate his waist hip ratio. Also state the category of his health risk. First of all, we should find out the measurements. Already given waist circumference 30 inches and hip circumference 40 inches. Directly applied into the formula. Formula is waist circumferences divided by hip circumferences. That means 30 by 40. We got the answer 0.68. It means the individual, that male, is not at health risk. In case of male, if the WHR is more than 1, then he is at the health risk. Okay. This is the one example for that. Second topic is somatotypes. Somatotypes, mainly classification of William Herbert Sheldon. Somatotypes means human body shape as well as body or physics type. Somatotype means human body shape and physics type. According to Herbert Sheldon classified this factor can be classified into 3 extreme body types. There are endomorphy, mesomorphy and ectomorphy. In that, first one is endomorphy. Endomorphy means people with endomorph or endomorphy body structure have rounder physique. Their excessive mass hinders their ability to complete or compete in sports. Suitable games, those who are endomorphs, are weightlifting and powerlifting or another throwing events also they are suitable. Endomorphy people are round shaped body, rounded structure physique. Their excessive mass hinders. Okay. Then also their limbs seem to be shorter because there is a lot of deposits adipose tissues. These are about endomorphy or endomorph. Second one is mesomorphy or mesomorph. People with mesomorphy body structure have thick bones and muscles with a rectangular shaped body. They have larger and broader chest and shoulders can be top sports persons in any sports. Those who are comes under the mesomorph, they are very good in all the sports and games. So this type of body we can say that athletic body also. Okay. Mesomorphs also known as athletic body. That means this type of body structure almost all the sports very easy to do. They can enhance their maximum performance in each and every sports. That's the main importance under condition of mesomorphic people. Then third one is ectomorphy. Ectomorphic people are those persons because their muscles and limbs are elongated. They are normally in slim body category. Individuals who have an ectomorph body are usually referred to slim persons because their muscles or limbs are elongated. They have weak constitution of body and usually face great difficulties in gaining weight. They have flat chest and have less muscle mass. The lack of muscle mass creates the impression that they are taller than they really are. They do not have a lot of strength, but they are dominant in endurance type activities, endurance sports activities. So they are very familiar in aerobic activities like track and field, gymnastics, badminton, tennis, etc. These are all about ectomorphy. Okay. Next subtopic, measuring somatotype or body type. Somatotype or body type is measured by using Health Carter measurement system in which ratings for endomorphy, mesomorphy and ectomorphy are calculated using various measurements. In each of the three categories, an individual is usually classified on a scale of 1 to 7. 1 is the minimum rating and 7 is the maximum rating. There also in the text one somatotype chart is given. You just go through it. Next is in this chapter, last topic is measurement of health related fitness. Health related fitness means it is related with the development of and maintenance of fitness components that can increase the level of health through prevention and remedies of various diseases. Health-related fitness enhances one's ability to function efficiently and maintain a healthy lifestyle. In this way, it can be said that health-related fitness is very significant for all the individuals through our life. The following components of health-related fitness are body composition, cardiorespiratory endurance, flexibility, muscular endurance, muscular strength. First one is, here I am discussing about body composition. Body composition means the amount of fat-free body weight. Body composition means the amount of fat-free body weight. It is well known that a high percentage of body fat in relation to the total body weight is harmful and may lead to obesity. From the health point of view, the normal percentage of body fat for young men and women should not exceed 15 and 25% respectively. Various methods for measuring body composition can be used by individuals such as underwater weighing, skin fold measurements and anthropometric measurements. It means that for health related fitness, an individual should have ideal body weight and fat percentage. Okay. First one is body composition. Body composition means which means the amount of fat free body weight. That's all. Second one is cardiorespiratory endurance. It is the maximum functional capacity of cardiorespiratory system to carry on the work or physical activity involving large muscle group over an extended period. Cardiorespiratory endurance. Next is flexibility. Flexibility is the range of movements of joints. It is important for all individuals, especially in daily life. It can be classified into passive flexibility and active flexibility. Active flexibility can be further classified into static flexibility and dynamic flexibility. Flexibility can be measured with the help of sit and wrist test. Without flexibility, there is a plenty of chance to getting injury, especially in the field of physical education, physical activities. Okay. And fourth one is muscular endurance. Muscular endurance is the ability of a muscle or group of muscles to repeat muscular contractions against a force or to carry on contraction over a maximum period. Muscular endurance means ability of muscles or group of muscles to repeat muscular contractions against a force over a maximum period. It can be measured by the number of sit-ups you can do correctly. It also measured by weightlifting, etc. And last one is muscular strength. It is the maximum amount of force that can be exerted by a muscle or muscle group against a resistance during single contraction. It can be measured by pull-ups, weightlifting and push-ups, etc. These are all about measurements of health-related fitness. Again, list out the body composition, cardiorespiratory endurance, flexibility, muscular endurance and muscular strength. Just brief out, just go through the text. Detailed study we will continue on next year. Okay, just go through. These are all about chapter 7, test and measurement and evaluation. Okay.